Start.
Hi, I'm Clint Koble. I'm running for Nevada's 2nd Congressional District, and I'm here today with Mylan Hawkins, and we're going to talk about the Kavanaugh hearings that we've had recently. I just wanted to know how you feel about all the things that have been going up in Washington and all the hearings.
Oh, well, Clint, for me, it is very, very distressing to see what has happened with the hearings. And I am aware that hopefully when you're in Congress, I am aware that you would not have a great deal of influence on what the Senate does in its capacity of advice and consent. But I think you would bring a moral standing that we are not seeing from our current representative, Mark Amadei. He hasn't made a single comment about this. And putting someone on the Supreme Court is very serious business. And the people who represent us need to have a level of integrity to come out at least and say, I am concerned about this. Even though I can't impact it, I am concerned about how this process is moving through on the Senate side of our government.
Do you feel that, morals and ethics are lacking right now in Washington?
Indeed. I think we have people there, unfortunately, who are doing things in both houses to not protect our country, but to protect their own jobs. And they are willing to sell out their constituents, their states, and their nation just for their own greed and their own benefit.
I felt that when you said constituents, that what's lacking here is not only constituents, but some of these representatives are putting party before people and party before country.
Yes,
and
indeed.
I think that's some of the moral turpitude that we see missing a lot.
It is so apparent. I look at our current representative. I have seen where he gets his money from. I look at what his own voting record is. He is not a friend of women. He is not a friend of health care. He is not a friend of our public lands or our environment. He talks a good game, but his record proves that he is not a friend of the people who live in his district.
And didn't Mr. Amadei cast one of the deciding votes to repeal the ACA?
Yes, he did. And there are so many in our state that rely on this type of insurance. So many people were able, look, my background is in the nonprofit area where I deal with people who have pre-existing conditions. For years, I heard them cry. When the Affordable Care Act came in, they were able to finally get insurance. I worry for that. And yet, he voted against it, saying, oh, the governor took care of it. Unfortunately, the state can't just be the only one that takes care of it.
Where do you think Mr. Amadei and the administration stand on supporting Medicaid in the future, like Mr. Sandoval, our governor, did for a lot of the people here in Nevada?
I think Mark Amadei would back out on it. As I say, he talks a good game. You hear him say one thing, and then you watch him vote against everything that he has said.
And doesn't he vote like almost 100% with Speaker Ryan, who wants to address entitlements or actually maybe reduce entitlements in the future, which really aren't entitlements, they're earnments a lot of times when we're talking Social Security and Medicare. But it seems like those issues, those programs are on the chopping block.
Yes, they are. And I think that is a concern for everyone who has worked all of their life and put their money into these safety nets. That's our money. You pay your taxes, you pay for your health care, you pay for your Social Security. That isn't a giveaway. That's not welfare. That's our money.
And isn't America about safety nets? Isn't this how we want to treat one another? Isn't this a country that has some compassion and wants to take care of its own?
Absolutely. Our roads and our bridges are falling apart. Our national deficit is going through the roof. I heard Mark Amadei proudly say what a fiscal conservative he is. Well, right now, he isn't a fiscal conservative. He is all there for the big tax cuts. Everything for me, nothing for you. And that's what I'm looking at. That's why I want to see you go to Congress. That's why I want to see you represent this district, because I know the kind of man you are.
Well, Mylan, I've always felt about putting people first. And that's what I think I have to do, is always think about my constituents, not my party or any other agendas, is putting my people first, my constituents. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
and thank you.
You bet. Bye now.
Bye.